everyone, welcome back to Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts. So I just decided to do a part 3 of this one and then we'll go back into the rotations. I have done an Inktense part as well. I just wanted to do a couple of parts to get this going and then move on from there. So yeah, I hope you'll enjoy this anyway, and it'll be fun, and obviously it's going to be fun, but yeah. So we're going to start with our bright blue with the Derwent Inktense, and I've decided I want to do these orangey colours here with this one. I'm not sure, I'm thinking I'll probably do most of it in the orangey colours and the pinks there. I'm not sure, I'm still deciding fully, but I've kind of decided that I want to bring in our sort of deep blue in some of these areas kind of thing. But I'm not going to worry about the shading part in the middle because we'll blend it as we do it, as we do our water. We will. So we'll just do each of these petals and then come to our next colour. I'm just going to do the blue on the ends of each of these, just because it will make more sense, I feel. And I'm just going to follow the lines of this one. That's another thing I like about the Inktense too. Once the water's set, it's not going to rub off. kind of switched two different ways doing this one. Whoops! Oh well, it should still work. I've just realised because these four petals here, I've done one cut facing that way with the shadow. These ones I've done the shadow facing this way, but that kind of works because that's kind of where the light's coming from anyway, so yeah. Then we want to next come in with our deep violet, and I'm gonna bring that mostly over the blue, I think. I'm not gonna worry too much about spreading it out through the others, just mostly want it over the blue to make it look similar to the others. So I'm pretty much tracing just the purple over the blue lines currently. Whoops, that was, purple went a bit too far I think then. Went a bit too thick. It did. Now we want to shift our pencil colours where we can actually reach them easily. We want to come in with our Fuschia. We want to just bring that over all those areas with the stripe as well. I'm just doing these outside ones first. Some of these stripes might not have quite enough room for all the colours I'm thinking. Maybe what I might do is do some little light areas and finish those spots with like a white in it too, because that would work. And that's kind of a contrast from this one as well. And we're still using the same colour mix too. We're not using a any different coloured pencils. It's still the same pencil colours that I was limiting to myself to for this front piece. It is. And then lastly, I just want to come in with a bit of antique white in these center areas. You may have some go over the stripes as well a bit, I'm not sure. We'll see. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll find out soon enough. I will recommend though that you put the white on before you do the water, because I find it doesn't work so well once the water's already on the other colours with the white. So I like to put the white on if I'm going to before I do the other colours. Before I put the water, I mean. Before I do the water. Not before I put the other colours, just before I do the water. Now what I want, where's my brush? Is that it? There's my brush. And I'm just going to quickly swap my water and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Got my water. And as per usual, just a damp brush as much as possible, trying not to put too many layers of water and starting from the light going to the dark. If it works out best too, I'm kind of am allowing the purple to go in those center areas if it comes to it. But I am going to try and ease that one off a bit because it's getting a little bit dark for what I want. So I probably played too much with painting the water on then and let the dark colour go over the light rather than just giving it a bit of a stroke and then moving on kind of thing. So I'm still kind of learning these as well as much as I can, so sometimes I still mess up as well. When I do, just want to fix that area up quickly with a bit of our magenta to make it look a little light again, because I still want the stripes to show out as clearly as possible if I can, because I'm trying to keep the details of the flowers and not lose them. And this is why I have such a fine water brush as well, to be able to achieve details like this. And you notice as you do the water layers, it actually brightens the colours too. And that's kind of how I tell where I've done the water and where I haven't a lot of the time. Excuse me, because it brightens up the colours. It is. I'm thinking the center of this one, I might try and do the oranges if I can. I was going to try and do it more this color and just have the three there, but that bluey purpley color actually kind of fits. I was going to have the three pinks and then this one, and I wasn't sure, so I guess it kind of fits it. It's a bit different anyway, so it's a good thing. I think I've used too much water on those couple. I think I didn't wipe the brush off quite enough. Yeah, see, I've got I think I have a little too much water on some because it's getting the blues in there, but it kind of works anyway. I'm trying to dry it off as much as possible, but I guess it's kind of depending too upon if there has been a bit of blue smudged in that area, but it kind of works anyway, I think. Because when you're drawing the lines, sometimes they go into the other sections that you aren't necessarily aiming to have them in, but you just work around it. Fortunately this time it does seem to be working. It actually looks quite good. If you don't have too much water, which I'm trying not to, but I still seem to be managing to somehow. It's not nearly as bad though as I think a water brush would be. Like, it's not enough to make it bleed through or anything like that, so it's probably really nothing that I should be worrying over at all, because it's not a major thing that's going to ruin it, because it's not bleeding. It's not really soppy wet, so yeah. I'm probably thinking I'm getting too wet a brush when really I'm not, because I am drying it off. It's just sometimes hard to control getting it as damp as I'd like because of the fact that I do have an extremely wet hand from doing this, so it kind of makes it hard to dry it as much as you want sometimes. But we just do our best. We do. I'm doing my best to have light areas anyway. Like, I was thinking about just doing it from the flower going out, but then I realised that would kind of lose some of the stripes, and I didn't necessarily want to completely lose the stripes, so that's why I decided to do it this way, even though it would mean less colours would get in, because I really thought it would be pretty to keep the stripes. Yeah, we got too much water on that one. You can tell because it's sitting in a puddle on the top, and then it's turning these ones, it's fading out the colours because it's trying to soak out some of it. So I'm just going to dampen my brush and put some more fuchsia back in there. It's probably not as really as light sourced as it could be, but some of the others you're able to a lot more clearly see the light source, but I'm hoping that people sort of take it as being that the light sources are between the stripes on the flower. I'm hoping. Yeah, that one had a little much water too, I think. You can tell because it's dribbled over to the other areas. And it's bubbled up a bit more too. Whoops, that was the wrong spot. That one's already been wet. Which explains why it wasn't doing anything. And there's that flower, so I'm just going to pause there and then I'll come back in a short bit to continue with the centre part of the flower. And yeah, I'll see you shortly. So hey everyone, I'm back. So I've just tried a tester here. I think it works. I'm hoping it'll be okay, kind of thing. I am, but yeah, I think it'll work, but I kind of did want a bit of that orangey in each of them. Like, there's not too much pink in this one, but it is what it is. And yeah, I was just sitting here doing this tester and I think I heard the dogs next door have a go at the people's kid. So it's like, I've kind of been waiting for that to happen. Like, not that I wanted it to, but it doesn't surprise me that they did it. It doesn't. But yeah, so I'm hoping that this will work together anyway. Oh, yeah, we're starting with our bright blue. Yeah, just because of the way they act around school kids and stuff, I've kind of been waiting for that to happen, so yeah. Hopefully the kid's alright. And I'm not doing too much of a blending area in here because of the fact that we don't have a lot of space again. I'm just trying to blend it afterwards, kind of thing. And then next we want to go in with our deep violet. And we just want to colour that over our bright blue. We do. You can see where the water's been used because it's kind of bubbling due to the water, but that's what water does. I'm sure it can be flattened because it's not like we're using a heap of water on it. It's not. And then going to come in with our fuchsia. And we also want to add a bit of fuchsia at this kind of, I guess, top area here. Did I have some of the darker colour or not? I can't remember if I had some of the dark purple up there or not. No, probably provides enough of a dark line with the other colour underneath anyway. I can't remember now. It's only a minute ago, but I've already forgotten. Whoops. Yeah, it's still focused, that's good. It's just checking because I bumped the table. And then we want to come in with our Scarlet Pink. And we want to add just a streak of that around all of these top areas. And then we also want to add some of that into these bluey areas. Trying to leave space for our final colour, our orange. We're not worrying about getting it over all the blue or that. But we are going to try and do a little bit of a light area around it if we can. And we forgot an area there with our purple. And a little bit of light area if we can with it. And then lastly, we want to come in with our Tangerine in filling all those areas, including the top little areas where the petal folds over. And now we are back to our water, and we may need to, as we go, add in some bits of our Tangerine in order to blend it a bit, but we'll see how we go as we add it in, because we're trying to avoid definite lines if we can, but if we can't totally, then we can't. We can't, but we're just going to do the best we can. And I just flipped water somewhere. I don't know where, but yeah. And just brushing the tip of your brush, because I'm just going to add in a bit of Tangerine on top of each of these where needed to try and blend things in better. You may not need it for every area, but I'm just going to add some to this area as well because it's looking a little pale. Like with this one, I think we're going to need a little bit of our Tangerine on the tip of our brush. And we're just going to brush that in and try and mix some of these little areas a bit. Just make it, try and look a little more natural. And doing from our lighter colours to our darker. And there we go. So I think that looks okay. I think it does. And then we've got just these inner little circle petals left. So I'm just trying to decide which colours exactly I want to go with there, because there's not going to be many colours able to fit. So I think what I might do is a bit of a pinky tone in there with our deep violet and our pink. So we're going to start with our deep violet, and we're just going to go around each little area like this. And it's doing the I'm not working thing again. If it's on the point for a bit there, it was. So we're just going to try and do it at the side where the light isn't coming on it. Well, where the light would, where there'd be more shadow basically. Except it's taking up most of these circles completely. It is. But just do the best you can with it. That's all we can do. And then we want to come in with our Carmine Pink. And we want to just finish that over all of these. And I'm just going to colour that over there to fill in the little gaps as well that I did. Then we want to bring back our water brush, our Microdon number 2 water brush, and we just want to go over and fill in all of these little circle areas and that with our brush one at a time. So I'm not going to rush it all together, because then it'll ruin some of the colour combos that we've done in there. The 2 colours that we've done in there, and mix them all together, which is not what we want. So we just want to do one little spot at a time and try not to get too much water on it. And we want to do our little inner circle areas. Trying not to get too much water on it like I seem to be doing with some of these little spots. I'm trying to wipe it off, but my hand is drenched right now, so I'm not having so much luck wiping it off. So I'm just gonna see if I can get them to go together okay. Without having to dip it back in the water too regularly because it's just affecting the colour. And it worked, fortunately. Doesn't always work. So yeah, that's that flower. I'm just going to pause now, and if I've got time I'll probably try and do this flower here, and then a bit of our, actually I'll just do the little bit of black gel pen here first, and then so I'm going to do that as I go. Try and do it in a bit of a circular thing. There's tips of flowers and it sticking out of it, doesn't matter. Yeah, and that was with our black Uniball Signo gel pen. So I think I'm going to pause briefly, and if I've got time I'm going to try and do this flower, and yeah, I will see you in a bit. So hey everyone, unfortunately I'm not going to have time to do the next flower, so I'm going to leave it there with this flower and the little bit of black gel pen that we did. I really hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please like, subscribe or comment, because I love hearing from you, and I will see you next time. Bye!